Hello and welcome. It is officially Wrestlemania weekend. It is Friday, the 6th of April. I've just gotten out of work. It's 10 o'clock at night, and I'm going over to Woody's to watch the Hall of Fame. Starting at 1 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow night, NXT TakeOver, 1 o'clock in the morning. Followed by Wrestlemania, which is an epic, a marathon of just wrestling awesomeness. I am so excited about this weekend. It's unbelievable. Stay tuned for some predictions from Matt Woody Woodward and myself as we drive towards our friend the Boss as we watch WrestleMania in the Boss Club. And if you're lucky, we might even do some live reactions to the matches. So keep it locked right here on Channel SOS and keep a lookout for that podcast. See you later. Do some WrestleMania predictions for me for the first time in a good long while since I've done any predictions for Channel SOS. I'm here with a new member of the SOS family, Matt Woody Woodward.
What up?
Yeah, man. So we've been watching wrestling now together for about a year, haven't we? And we've watched pretty much every major pay-per-view in that year.
Yeah, we tend to skip a couple of the more sort of the less main ones, don't we?
Yeah. So before everything gets going, you may wonder why we're doing it as a Royal Rumble. Basically what we have done is we have set up the Royal Rumble with pretty much everyone who is on the card for WrestleMania 34.
Well, within a 30-man limit.
Within a 30-man Royal Rumble. Obviously, the women won't be on there, but we will give the ladies a mention. So yeah, we'll go through all of the pre-show matches and things like that. We'll give you our predictions. We'll try and do it in time for the Royal Rumble to go all the way through, and we'll take it from there. So we're sat here. We're just about an hour away from NXT TakeOver.
And what a takeover it's going to be.
Yes, it is. And unfortunately, we're not going to do predictions for that. But I'm pretty stoked for TakeOver.
Yeah, it should be a good one this year. Fingers crossed.
And it usually steals the show from WrestleMania. Let's face it. It usually does. But I'm hoping that this year is going to change that a little bit. I want NXT to be awesome, because it always is.
I mean, to be fair, personally, I think WrestleMania, the majority of the card is a decent one, and it's probably one of the better ones it's had in more recent years, I'd say.
Yeah. And got to say, I'm really looking forward to the AJ Styles Nakamura match.
Oh, yeah, that should be really good. I was watching some... Vince McMahon's just coming into the Rumble. I was watching some highlights from a New Japan match today of Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles, and I can only hope that brings something to the to WrestleMania, like knowing that they fought each other before in an independent in an indie match. So I'm hoping that the hype can actually deliver.
Yeah,
but
man.
With it being WWE,
Who knows?
Who knows?
On a side note, Woody actually sent me a meme, a GIF of Vince McMahon doing his power walk down the ramp.
this is
with the caption, "Just as you leave work for WrestleMania weekend." So that just reminded me of you, man, when Vince McMahon was making his triumphant entry to the not Royal Rumble.
I should have gone for what you suggested and just gone out pointing up going, yes.
Anyway, let's get into the predictions then, man. So obviously the Battle Royals are going to be really difficult to predict anyway. But we'll give them a mention. Obviously, they're going to be on the pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually pretty decent fun, to be fair.
Well, I've heard numerous rumours of mystery opponents on who could come out, but again, WrestleMania is always that time of the year where people start rumours because it is WrestleMania. So what's true and what's not. You need to take everything with a pinch of salt. But I have heard a few rumours. I've heard rumours that Rey Mysterio is going to be coming out. Yeah. I've heard rumours that Big Show is going to be coming back, but he has just signed a multi-year deal with WWE again. There's also the rumour, did you hear the rumour about Goldberg coming out?
Yeah, quite possibly.
With the potential of actually winning the thing. But, like I said, take everything with a pinch of salt when it comes to rumours at WrestleMania season.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, you get on Wikipedia and put that Chewbacca's going to make an appearance in the Battle Royal at WWE WrestleMania 34. But yeah, the pre-show Battle Royal is going to be difficult to predict because we've got no idea who's going to be in it.
Absolutely not.
So, like I say, we're going to give them passing mention. Obviously, history being made again with the Women's Royal Rumble.
Now, am I right in thinking... Oh, no, because she's obviously fighting Charlotte Flair. I was going to say is Oscar in it, but obviously not.
No, she's going for the SmackDown Championship.
Yeah, of course. So who have we got in the Women's Battle Royal? I'm just trying to think of anyone that, really is going to get a bit of a push from it, but I can't.
Yeah, I mean, Ronda Rousey's not...
She's not even part of it. She's fighting Stephanie McMahon with Kurt Angle and Triple H.
Moon up from NXT.
Possibly, that seems one. She's about due for that push.
Shayna Baszler, possibly.
Yeah, that's another likely candidate.
And they could do the same with the men's one. Could bring Aleister Black, Cien Almas.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't think Aleister Black's ready for the push just yet, because obviously, I still think he needs the time to get the championship.
Yeah, I mean, Hideo Itami was in the first one, wasn't he?
That's true, yeah.
And he didn't, he won the right to be in the first one, and he didn't get his. Well, I suppose he is on the main card at 205 Live-ish.
I'm still praying for a Eugene comeback, personally. Hey, he still wrestles in the indie scene,
He does. And I can imagine his music hitting and everyone going, "Wah!" So, yeah, as far as the battle... Vince McMahon's been thrown out. He cannot do that to Vince McMahon.
First one gone, over the ropes.
Anyway, yeah, difficult to predict. We can't predict those. But as usual, we'll probably put this on YouTube and things like that. So leave us a comment down below the video. Tell us what you think is going to happen in the match if you manage to find the video before WrestleMania taking place, of course, on the 8th of April, or in our case it'd be the 9th.
Technically the 9th
of April in the UK, because that's where we are from, if you can't tell from the accents.
Oh really? I thought you was Irish.
Big aura.
Actually, no, that's part of the UK, sorry, my bad.
So yeah, the other pre-show match is obviously the not a light heavyweight championship. Yeah, I'm going back a long time for that, aren't I? Cruiserweight championship,
which is
Cedric Alexander
versus Mustafa Ali.
So yeah, I mean you don't really watch.
I don't really watch 205 Live, but I mean, am I right in thinking? From what I look at social media, Mustafa Ali seems to be getting quite a bit of attention at the moment.
He's getting quite a big
Cedric Alexander, I'm sure, had the title not too long ago. So, I think it just seems right to keep pushing Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
He's a good talent, to be fair. But yeah, again, with me not really watching 205 Live, I can't really predict that one, but I just think it makes more sense for Mustafa Ali to win the belt.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with you on that one, mate. I'm actually in a prediction league, which if you've watched the videos before and you've not completely ditched the channel, because I haven't put any new videos up for about 2 years, you'll know that I've completely forgotten where I was going with that little thing. But yeah, forget about that. So yeah, with regard to that match, I think I'm going to go with Mustafa Ali as well. It'd be nice to see him take the belt. To be honest, it'd be nice to see him with the taking the forefront of that division and giving it a bit of
absolutely
flavour.
I think it will do. I mean, I'm right in thinking Mustafa Ali he's not American, is he?
I think he's American Indian.
I mean, it never does any harm to give.
Yeah.
To make it a bit more diverse. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I think with 205 now giving the cruiserweights enough time in matches to actually do cruiserweight stuff, with what made the Cruiserweight Classic so good and watchable, and they're now giving them that platform to do that. So I think that actually might be a decent match, to be fair.
Well, fingers crossed that it does pull off. I mean, I have heard that 205 Live is starting to pick up, and I will, if it does continue to do so, then I might make the time to jump back into 205 Live. But yeah, my prediction lies on Mustafa Ali. So yeah,
cool. Yeah. So that's one for each of us, and we've agreed on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What I was going to say is I'm in a prediction league. That's where I was going for.
All right. So okay.
I'm in a prediction league, and I've gone for Mustafa Ali based on the fact that he's never held the title before. So in agreement on that one. Shall we go on to? I've got Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn next on my list.
I mean, they can't let Daniel Bryan lose on his returning match. It'd be an absolute uproar. But with the whole sort of if Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon win, that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn cannot, they no longer have a job in SmackDown. I see them moving on to Raw.
Yeah.
And going for the tag team belts in Raw. Personally, I think, they've been quite successful as a tag team so far, or making friends or whatever.
Yeah.
I just think it could go a bit further. They may as well keep them as a tag team and get the belts in the Raw brand.
Yeah.
And
give them a different platform to ply that trade, because it's certainly been entertaining, if nothing else.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it makes sense for them to go to Raw. I always think that certain superstars in WWE, they always suit certain brands. I think Kevin Owens is made for Raw. Personally, I've never truly thought he belonged on the SmackDown roster, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think Kevin Owens is probably bigger than the SmackDown roster. It was a good platform for Sami Zayn.
Yeah, absolutely.
He wasn't really being used on Raw. My only problem is when good tag teams and good individuals get moved to Raw, which is a bigger pond, if you like. Sometimes they get lost in shuffle.
Yeah.
And we take Rhino and Heath Slater, for example.
But am I also right in thinking, when's the Superstar Shake-Up?
That usually happens on Raw after, or at least a week after WrestleMania.
After WrestleMania, doesn't it? So yeah, you never know. There could be that opportunity that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens do win. But nah, it's not going to happen, is it? Let's be honest, it's not going to happen.
They could even get traded to Raw and then get moved back to SmackDown
again
in the Superstar Shake-Up.
And they can carry on the feud between those two and Shane and Daniel Bryan, yeah.
But I think Daniel Bryan's probably going to move away from being general manager.
Yeah, I think we all know the potential of who could possibly replace him.
Who do you think?
I have a big inkling, and again, it's rumours on the internet, but again, let's take it with a pinch of salt. I secretly think it's going to be, I say secretly, but I'm just announcing it on this show. I think it's going to be Hulk Hogan. Personally.
Hulk Hogan, okay, yeah, that'd be cool, brother.
Absolutely.
Right, the night after the Silverdome, brother. Right. Yes, we all remember when Hulk Hogan got the Silverdome and the Superdome mixed up. On WrestleMania 30.
Oh yeah, because then was it The Rock that had to come out and correct him? That was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, WrestleMania moments right there. I think Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon are taking this one.
It's another one we agree on.
I don't see Daniel Bryan losing on his first match back with all the hype. I don't see that.
I think they'd piss a lot of people. So can we say piss on
a lot of people off?
Can we say piss on your show?
You can say piss if you want.
Yeah. Okay. Then I think it's going to piss a lot of people off.
I think I've dropped F-bombs and things on this show before.
That's all right.
So moving on then. So that's 2 for 2. We agree on 2 lots of matches. Next on my list, I have the mixed tag match. So it seems to be a list of tag matches followed by singles matches. But we'll go through it in order. Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
They're not going to let Ronda Rousey lose on her first match, are they?
Well, that was a short prediction, wasn't it?
It is very predictable one. But then again, they've been making a big point on the social media that Triple H has suffered the most losses at WrestleMania. But
yeah, he's going to be putting Ronda Rousey over after signing her and making such a big deal of it.
yeah,
They're going to be putting her over. I think Kurt Angle's there just to make up the numbers.
yeah, absolutely.
Give him perhaps
To
one last match.
be fair, though, Kurt Angle needed that match. Like, yeah, he had the match where he was Dean Ambrose's replacement with the Shield,
Yeah.
but it didn't feel like a real Kurt Angle comeback match.
No, it did not. It was cool and everything because he wore the Shield.
Yeah, absolutely. I did think that was cool, but then I also think, was he not in the Survivor Series match as well?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he got taken out by Triple H, didn't he?
that was right. So it makes sense for this to continue, Triple H and Kurt Angle. But I hope that something comes from this Ronda Rousey and Stephanie McMahon match where, Triple H and Kurt Angle can have like this one big last.
Yeah,
match.
one last hurrah.
Yeah,
In
for two old school.
Yeah.
You know.
In something big, like a Hell in a Cell. Or
Yeah, I'd be
something
down
like
with that. I'd watch that.
Like they did with Triple H and Undertaker at WrestleMania
28. Was it
28?
28? Yeah, it was 28.
Just something really, really big for the two of them. Just one last blow off, and then I don't know if Kurt Angle's going to separate from the company at that point.
I remember him coming back, and I don't know if he signed how long his contract was for. But I've not heard anything recently that he's supposed to be leaving the WWE. But we'll have to wait and see.
That could even be next WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Who
it could be.
knows? It could be a year-long build-up.
Possibly
like
so.
they did with Rock and
Cena.
Cena. So I'm in agreement for the third time in these predictions. Ronda Rousey's not going to lose.
No. So that's 3 for 3, isn't it?
Yeah, if they're building her up to be the streak breaker for Asuka, I don't see.
No, I can't see that.
She's gonna lose on that one. So this one's interesting because obviously the next one I've got on my card is the Usos versus the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers.
Interesting one. Personally, I think the Bludgeon Brothers are going to win, and I'll tell you for why. I think the Bludgeon Brothers have been making a big deal recently that they've just literally gone in and torn everything apart. And for the last year, I'd say the last year or so, the whole SmackDown tag teams, it's been completely focused on the New Day and the Usos.
Yeah.
And I just think it makes sense now. We're at that point where if we don't sort of change it, people are going to start getting bored.
And they've got two great tag teams there and creating that extra feud.
Yeah, I just think it makes sense then for the Bludgeon Brothers to win. And it's about time that WWE did something with Eric Rowan and Luke, in particular Luke Harper, because he's proved it. I mean, I've always thought even as a singles competitor, he was really good. I just think he was not used in the right way.
Yeah.
But he has proved that he is a good competitor. So yeah, my money's down on Eric Rowan. Oh, sorry, the Bludgeon Brothers.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I'm not sure. I'm a massive fan of the Usos. I love their work specifically as heels.
I mean, personally, I really like. I really like the New Day. They're very gimmicky, but I find them amusing as well. But from a, I'm going by what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Not
rather than
than what I want to happen. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm torn with this one. I'd love the Usos to keep it, but like you say, it's time. And we said this about Mustafa Ali earlier in the predictions. It's time for some new blood, isn't it? So, I'm down with that. I think. Bludgeon Brothers would be interesting. It'd be interesting to see how they carry the titles and how it shakes everything up, because it has been Usos versus New Day.
Also, it'd be
for the
really
last
interesting
year.
to see on how they use the Bludgeon Brothers as the tag team champions, because, like I said, they're just mean, destroying
rather than
machines,
being-
rather than just being, your general.
Yeah, rather than being the ones that are chasing, being the ones that are being chased
Yeah.
for the titles.
Absolutely,
'Cause
yeah.
they've always been the ones that are like running in with the sledgehammers, trying to smack people around the head with them, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not real sledgehammers, of course.
No,
Kayfabe,
it always
all
makes me
that
laugh that
kind
they
of
just pick them up like it's just
Yeah.
a piece of plastic.
It's made out of Lego. So yeah, I think that's 4 for 4. I want to see something different.
Yeah,
I want
absolutely.
to see WrestleMania 34 and be the show that makes the impact. So I'm going to go with the Bludgeon Brothers as well.
So that's
on that.
4-4,
on that
isn't it?
one. So again, another tag match, and then we're getting into the championship matches now. So that's Cesaro and Sheamus, the Bar.
Versus Strowman
Versus
and an
Braun
unnamed
Strowman.
partner. So
Uh,
before we get into who we think's going to win, because I think we know who's going to win this,
Yeah.
right? And I'll tell you why I think why I know who's going to win this. Who do we think the mystery partner is going to be?
In my predictions, I've actually put in Neville, because I think it'd be really fun to see him.
There's rumour that he's coming back, isn't there? But
It'd be really fun to see Neville jump off of Braun Strowman's shoulders.
oh, that would be pretty sick.
The other one I'd really like to see, I told you earlier, with Lars Sullivan.
Last sort of, yeah. Do you know what? I think it's just unpredictable enough for something like that to happen.
Although
But-
they could bring him up and have him win the Battle Royal.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's another possibility.
Yeah.
Then also, I've heard rumours that Wyatt is coming back, and there's been photos seen on social media of Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt hanging out together.
Oh,
But then there's
pretty
also-
cool.
It would be pretty cool, but I've also, you got to think on that they're on about repackaging Bray Wyatt.
Sister Abigail.
Well, there's also the potential of him being woken.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
another thing that's
So,
been
yeah,
stirring the
yeah.
rumours recently.
Working Bray Wyatt.
Big Show's another possibility.
Yeah.
But again, I think if Big Show is going to come back, I kind of think he'd go to the Battle Royal.
The Battle Royal and be the first ever 2-time winner.
Yeah, no, I think that kind of makes sense. They
Yeah.
need to do something big with Big Show. Pun not
No,
intended.
sign that
Multi-year deal. This is it. But yeah, I mean, for obvious reasons, Strowman needs to win that because he needs a title.
Yeah.
And after losing, opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, they need to do something with him before it's too late and people just don't take him seriously enough anymore. I mean, the guy's an absolute wrecking machine,
Yeah.
but yet he's never had a belt.
I always liked the Big Show in ECW when they brought ECW back.
Oh,
When it
yeah,
was-
they
when
brought
it was
ECW
just
back,
like-
didn't they?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, it was the Extreme Giant.
Well, yeah,
And he
yeah.
did,
No,
and
it had its
Paul
moments.
Heyman, that's when he started. When it started,
Yeah.
Paul Heyman was doing it. He was producing it, and he just said, "Right, Big Show,
Yeah, no.
Giant, go on wreck things," and that's exactly what he did. Pretty much like Braun Strowman's doing now, only in a more extreme environment.
Yeah.
But we'll not even try and mention the Extreme Elimination Chamber. Although I have just mentioned the Extreme. Don't watch it on WWE Network. Do not watch that. Shower of.
So are we writing going for 5 for 5? It's going to be
I think
Strowman.
right, yeah, Strowman.
I mean, for all we know, it could.
Taking
Strowman doesn't need a partner.
No,
Maybe there's not going to be an unannounced
Yeah.
partner, and Strowman's just going to say,
I'm doing it on my own
"I'm going on it on my own because
he can.
he can."
Yeah,
Exactly.
Basically, because he can.
And he can wear 2 belts,
Yeah.
or maybe they
can
could
stick
put them all
them-
together, and it
Yeah,
actually
they can
fits around his
just-
waist.
Yes. To stick them together. I think probably going to have the same prediction for this one as well, because I've got Charlotte Flair versus Asuka.
Hands down, it's going to be Asuka, isn't
Yeah,
it? Let's be honest.
that's I'm putting Asuka on that one.
Yeah, I mean, with the rumours that Asuka is meant to be going undefeated until WrestleMania 35, where Ronda Rousey is meant to be ending the streak, which I think is kind of fair. You know, I did have the concern that Ronda Rousey was just going to come in and just end it, and that would have really, really annoyed me, because I hate it when things like that happen. A year is enough time, I think, to sort of let that character sink in. People just accept it when it happens, and it needs to happen at some point. And I think Ronda Rousey, with the reputation she's got from being a cage fighter, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and I think the match itself has potential to be a show stealer as well.
I mean, yeah, there is that, but with the fact that Ronda Rousey has always been associated with cage fighting, it's a different kettle of fish. Putting a cage fighter in with a wrestler. And look what happened at WrestleMania 24 when it was the Big Show versus Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. Senior Part 2, whatever his name is. And it just didn't work because one's a boxer and one's a wrestler.
Yeah, it just did not work, did it?
And they did the same thing with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather as well. One's a cage fighter, one's a boxer. It didn't work.
Just after the money.
But I mean, from what I've seen, roaming the internet, that Ronda Rousey has been training really, a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward to seeing
see what comes out.
Match.
Yeah, it's either it's going to go one or two ways. It's either going to be really, really good, or it's going to be a bag of toss and wish she never came to the WWE.
Yeah. But in terms of Charlotte Flair and Asuka, it has potential to be a massive show stealer.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's no denying that they're both very talented. But
it'll go into something like Extreme Rules or something like that, where they'll have a rematch and it'll be better.
But my money's on Asuka, hands down.
I wouldn't place a bet against Asuka winning this one. I think we're across the board so far, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Mate? So, Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax.
Again, this could potentially go either way.
It could.
But Nia Jax has been screaming for a push for so long, and we was on about this earlier. How long has Alexa Bliss had that belt for now?
Yeah, perhaps. She's good. She carries it really, really well.
She's due to give that up, and I think Nia Jax is a good one to take the belt.
Yeah,
it's about time there was that big ultimate dominator in the female.
Believable as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's not really been sort of a big believable dominant female wrestler since, in my personal opinion, I think the last time it was probably Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
And Nia Jax is she's quite a big gal.
Yeah, she is.
I think she has the potential to carry it well. Even if when you hear the fans that are begging for her to win and stuff, it's kind of a sign that she's due her time now, isn't she?
Yeah, it is about time she had something from the hard work that she's put in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm gonna go. As much as I love the goddess, I'm gonna have to go with Nia Jax.
Nia Jax, yeah,
on that one as well. So triple threat match, Intercontinental Championship.
So it's The Miz versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I tell you who I think's not going to win, and that's The Miz.
Yeah.
The reason for that is he's just had a kid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He needs to go and spend time with that. I say with that, but I mean his child.
Yeah.
I personally think Seth Rollins is going to win this.
Okay.
They stuck the guy on the bloody cover of 2K18, but he's not really. They've not really utilised him.
Yeah.
After being on the 2K cover.
Maybe it's punishment for it being such a bad game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure since 2K have taken the license, like every year it gets worse.
Yeah. Saying that, we're recording this with this match playing in 2K18, but
we should have set up in 2K17.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it's not much better. But yeah, I see Finn. Sorry, not Finn Balor. I see Seth Rollins winning this, but then also at the same time, Finn Balor. They've done, they've done nothing with him since he's come back after his injury. He suffered an injury. He lost the championship. He didn't lose it. He had to give it up for being injured. He's come back, and how long ago was that? Because it was Kevin Owens that took the belt off him then. So we're talking over a year ago?
Yeah, it'd be SummerSlam 2 years
They need
ago,
to do something with it.
2016,
And it's all right, putting him with Gallows and Anderson, which is a really cool idea. But again, they've done nothing with them. I see Seth Rollins winning it, but I kind of feel like it's owed to Finn Balor a little bit more.
Yeah, which is why I'm going to disagree with you on this one. And I'm going to go with Finn Balor for that reason.
For the reason I just said.
Yeah, because he was the first ever Universal Champion. He got injured. He lost the belt
unfairly.
Well, he didn't lose the belt. He had to give it up, didn't he?
No, this is it.
And then he hasn't had anything since. So the Intercontinental Championship,
and it gives him and Gallows and Anderson something to strut around. There's a belt around the neck. Around the neck.
A stepping stone to get back into that main title picture as well. So I'm going to go with Finn Balor on that.
I kind of agree with you. It's going to be Seth Rollins. Well, obviously, it's going to be Seth Rollins. My money's on Seth Rollins, but a little part of me thinks
that's the one bit we can agree with.
Yeah,
it's not going to be the Miz.
It's not going to be the Miz.
Although they're going to point to the sign, they're going to get some dollars for this. They're not going to point to the sign. No, you idiots! You should have pointed to the sign.
You would have got a $50 commission.
Right. Okay.
As if it's Shane. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt this predictions. But as if it's Ty Dillinger and Shane McMahon.
Shane McMahon has won, so
and then Shane McMahon has just won the Rumble.
These predictions up really quickly at this point, aren't we? I've really enjoyed these predictions actually. It's a completely different dynamic actually having someone else in the room while you're doing them. Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Jinder Mahal, Rusev, fatal 4-way for the United States Championship.
Okay, I have two possible predictions on this. Am I right in thinking Randy Orton's still got the belt?
Yes.
Okay, I think either Randy Orton's going to maintain, or with the rumours of what I've been hearing about Rusev recently, because originally he wasn't meant to be in that match. Oh no, there's a finger to the WrestleMania sign.
He's done it twice.
He's done it twice. That's $100 commission. Let's go for a rematch, see if it's different. We can carry on with these predictions.
Yeah. Might cut it off halfway through. Do apologise, but we're having a good old chat about this, aren't we? This is really good.
So yeah, I think it's going to be Randy Orton or it's going to be Rusev. Rusev being, I hear, he's not happy with how he's being treated in the company, and after just before I heard that rumor, they stuck Rusev in the US Championship match last minute, and I'm wondering if that's anything to do with the fact that he's not happy with how he's being used. Obviously, how popular the Rusev Day gimmick is going at the minute, I think WWE would be really silly just to let him have his release. They may as well try and do something really good with him. So
a bit more merchandise.
Well, apparently the Rusev Day T-shirts and calendars are selling like hot rocks. But yeah, so my money's on either Randy Orton retaining or it's going to Rusev.
Yeah, I think Rusev was really good as the US champion last time he did it, when he got his major push last time. He was coming out in a tank at WrestleMania facing John Cena. Mm-hmm. That was the height of Rusev.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, he consequently lost to John Cena.
Yeah.
Which is when he started going downhill. Finally got it back to a point where he can utilise how good he actually is for a big guy. He's quick, he's fast, strong, and he's got an absolutely gorgeous wife, of course.
I'm not too fussed on
Lana.
Lana.
I love Lana. I do miss her coming out in those business suits, I've got to admit. But I think if Jinder Mahal's not even in the equation on this one.
No, but then there's the other thing as well. Since he's had the title, he lost the title. They've done nothing with him since.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Jinder Mahal is without talent. I think he does have talent. I think they used him wrong, and it was all because it was all because WWE wanted to make the dollar.
In thinking about it now, Jinder Mahal being the anti-American bad guy, having the US Championship, would really, really give him something, wouldn't it?
It was something to boast about. He could be like, yeah, I'm better than every American wrestler.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that would work really well. So, yeah.
Even though he's Canadian.
Yeah, well, didn't Bret Hart do that?
Oh, yeah, true.
I'm better than every American ever.
That's true.
Because I'm Canadian. Yeah. If we're going to put money on it, I'd say Randy Orton would.
You say Randy Orton retaining?
Yeah, I would say Randy would.
Okay.
Retain, just simply because he only won it.
I can't decide if it's going to be Randy Orton or Rusev. I think it makes sense for them to give it to Rusev, but we'll see.
Yeah, so I'm going Randy Orton, you're going Rusev.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be disappointed with Rusev.
No, I don't think anybody would be.
At that juncture, he'd be a very, very good US champion. Again, I'm better than and it'd be Rusev Day every day, just like the 4th of July. So, major titles now, the two big ones.
Before we get to those two big titles, are we not forgetting the possibility of John Cena facing The Undertaker? So what do you think? What do you think? Do you think Taker's going to turn up?
I think John Cena is going to come out to the ring. He's going to cut one of his promos.
Yeah.
And the gong is going to hit.
And then that motorcycle is coming straight out.
Yeah. And Kid Rock's going, no, it's an error. Kid Rock's going to start singing American Badass.
Absolutely. Makes sense since he's just been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
We're just going to carry on while whatever 2K18 is doing. It has indeed crashed on us.
Of course it has. It's a 2K, WWE 2K game. Of course it's crashed. Can't expect everything to be run smoothly.
It's 2K this one. Sort it out, 2K.
I mean, personally, I think John Cena needs the match, and I think Undertaker needs the match.
Yeah,
however, I do think if Undertaker comes back, he needs to not lose this match. I think if he loses for a third year in a row, I think people will stop respecting the Undertaker for what he really is.
Yeah, and they'll completely forget what made him
so great in the first place.
At WrestleMania, certainly.
And say what you want about Cena. I wouldn't say, I don't dislike John Cena, but at the same time, I wouldn't walk around with a John Cena t-shirt. I like the guy. I like what he's done for WWE. And he does have the potential to put on good matches. I mean, look at the stuff he did with AJ Styles, not last year, the year before. Some of the matches that those two put on together were
superb. Suddenly upped his game.
Suddenly he upped his game, and at the moment it just feels like John Cena is becoming a bit of a laughing stock. Like, his big match John, and he just seems to be losing everything at the minute.
But with a potential match with the Undertaker could win eventually. He'd still put on a great match. Again, another potential show stealer if Undertaker is up to it.
Yeah.
And we could be looking at, again, like I say, a show stealer where Undertaker wins. John Cena doesn't quite get there, but he starts gaining respect from people. And I think he's gaining that now because he's gone past that plateau where John Cena let's boo him because he's John Cena to becoming...
It's the whole Kurt Angle, you suck thing again, isn't it?
To becoming the legend.
John
Cena.
I don't see Cena wrestling for much longer. He's obviously got a big movie deals now. What has he got? Transformers and...
Oh, good lord. Did you say big movie deals and then mention Transformers?
It's a multi-million franchise.
It's a multi-million-dollar franchise, of course.
Then obviously he's going to be playing Duke Nukem in the Duke Nukem movie.
Yes, he is.
I don't care. I just want to hear Cena say...
I'm going to kill those aliens for shooting up a ride.
That's it. And also, what's the famous one? Is it? I came here to do two things: kick some ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. That is it.
Yeah, he did say that, but of course that is a reference to Rowdy Roddy Piper.
It is, isn't it? Of course.
So wrestling imitating art, imitating wrestling.
So, speak of John Cena, he's the first one in the... I think you're right. I think, they both deserve the match, I think. But then also, I kind of feel like it could be a build-up to next year. Because there's been no Undertaker turning up at the on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
It could be a build. He could just come out and call Cena and say to him, "I'll see you next year at WrestleMania." It won't be the first time that a Cena match has had a year-long build-up.
Yeah, you got 1 year.
Unless he does come out as the American Badass, and that is why he's not been on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
But then there's no story to build up to it. And I kind of feel that'd be really bad planning on the WWE's part. But they both need the match, I think.
So, yeah.
As for who's going to win it, I can't. I wouldn't be bothered who wins it, but I think Undertaker needs the win.
Needs the win
He
more,
needs the- yeah.
to maintain his legacy.
Yeah,
like you
more
say.
so than John Cena. I mean, he's a 16-time world champion
He's
now,
lost
isn't
twice in 3 years, hasn't he?
he? Yeah, this is it. So, but yeah, that's my prediction for Undertaker
Yeah, so-
and Cena.
Undertaker is definitely making an appearance.
Definitely
If
making
the
them.
match
I mean,
happens.
if you've looked at Facebook recently on Instagram, there's the whole John Cena calling out the Batman light, but with the Undertaker symbol
Yeah.
on it. That's pretty much a giveaway that Undertaker is going to turn up. And there's also the whole. There's a picture saying WrestleMania is 1 day away, and there was a sort of a shadowy thing of silhouette of Undertaker. That's a given. It's basically telling you they wouldn't just do that and then not put the Undertaker on at WrestleMania. But we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, the championship, the championship matches now.
Yeah.
The main championship matches.
Main championship matches. So,
So-
we've got WWE Championship.
So Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
No, that would be the Universal
Oh,
Championship.
yeah,
so
of course, so-
That's going to be the end. I would say the end. Show
I don't
ender.
think we should even talk about it.
I say that would be the show ender and the podcast ender, video ender for us. But Shinsei
Nakamura
Nakamura
and AJ Styles.
is
Now,
going against
I
AJ Styles.
like I said, the potential of this match is huge. Especially
Again,
with-
people have been gasping for it, haven't they? They've
Well,
been-
like I said, I was saying to you
Going for
earlier
it.
that I watched some highlights of a New Japan match of Nakamura versus AJ Styles. It was really good. The hype's there for it as well. But with it being WWE, are they going to waste the potential? I don't know. I hope it doesn't. Who's going to win, though, is an interesting one. It's not very often you get someone winning the Rumble, but then losing the title match.
Yeah.
And Nakamura needs that push. You know, you've had no end of WWE legends. Stone Cold is a big one. I know he's expressed his opinion on this no end of times. I believe JR has said this before, that WWE just aren't using Nakamura properly.
Yeah.
So I'd like to think that Nakamura will get the title for it. I think it'd be good for him. It'd be good for his career.
And again, AJ's held the title
Yeah,
for quite a while now, hasn't he?
He's held it for quite a while. And how many times has he had it since he's... Is he a 3-time now, or...?
3 times? I thought, is he 2 times?
Oh, is it 2-time?
I think it's 2 times.
But still, I think it's time for it to move hands, change hands. I think it, my money's on Nakamura. I think.
Yeah, I think going to agree with you on that one. Nakamura needs it. AJ Styles is always going to be AJ Styles. It's big potential. He'll definitely pick it up for a 3rd time.
Yeah.
At some point, Nakamura needs that. He's finally been given the push, winning the Royal Rumble, and he's been on a decent run leading up to WrestleMania. I think he's going to take this one. And again, I've said this a couple of times about a couple of different matches.
Hey, look, it's Kurt Angle with hair. Sorry.
Yeah, of course, his hair was shaved off by Edge.
Yeah, and he never had hair since.
Unless he was wearing the wig.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I'm doing inverted commas in the air, but you can't see me doing it. Well, the wig with the wrestling ear defenders, which was quite amusing. That was the start of Kurt Angle, the funny man, wasn't it?
It
really?
was.
But yeah, Nakamura.
Yeah, so we
all
both
day,
sold on
yeah,
Nakamura.
Nakamura all day on that one. But it's going to be a really good match, I think. It's going to be, again, potential show stealer.
Yeah, a potential classic, but we'll see.
Which brings us to the second main event.
That can fuck clean off.
Show over. Goodbye.
Well, no, We need to discuss it.
Yeah,
we need
yeah.
to discuss
We
it.
need
We
to
may not
discuss-
like it,
We
but
need
it is
to
a match
discuss
in the card.
elephant in the room.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, what kind of wrestling fans would we be if we just ignored it?
Yeah, because
Um,
it's going to happen, isn't it?
The thing is, Lesnar needs to lose the title because he's
Yeah.
had it for a solid year. I just don't want Roman Reigns to win it. It's not that I don't like Roman Reigns, as a character, or, he's so boring.
Yeah, yes.
If they, what I mean? The best thing that Reigns has done is the feud with Cena. And that was only because Cena carried him through it.
Yeah, and now he's in a feud with someone who is also boring. Apart from having Paul Heyman by himself.
Yeah,
by
if it
his
wasn't
side.
for Paul Heyman, this entire thing would be a shocker.
And someone who also, doesn't wrestle very often. So
Yeah.
the main championship of Raw has been seen enough times to count on one hand. And in Derbyshire, that's at least 6 times.
But I can't even see how the match is going to get. All I can see happening is everyone just booing the entire match.
Yeah.
I think they'll cheer for when Heyman comes out, because they always do.
Yeah.
Because Heyman is fucking awesome.
Yes, he is.
But yeah, when the match begins, I just think everyone's going to go boo.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
they do that thing, WWE have been unpredictable before, and they've put championship matches at the beginning of the card.
No, they can't do that again. That was shocking.
It was,
I hated
but I'd
every single
rather
time they did that.
if they did that and got that match out of the way, and we could just
Yeah,
enjoy
but
the rest of the pay per
It
view.
wouldn't be that match, would it? They'd still keep that match for the end.
Could always put the women's title at the end.
Yeah.
The women could headline WrestleMania.
Yeah, they could.
Not gonna happen, but
It's gonna take. If women do headline WrestleMania, it's gonna be the match that we discussed.
Asuka versus Ronda
earlier.
Rousey.
Asuka versus
It
Ronda
makes
Rousey.
sense. I tell you what,
Um,
one thing we haven't discussed actually. Sorry, I will say
Yeah,
this.
go on.
When is Carmella gonna cash in that
Yeah,
money in the bank? Now, it's not. My only thought of it could be is if she cashes in and she loses it, kind of like Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
But what if Carmella ended the streak of Asuka?
Oh.
No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna
Ooh.
happen. But it's fun. It's fun to
It's a
pretend
fun
sometimes.
thought, isn't it? Especially with your, even though I can't see it, your money.
Oh, my Money in the Bank briefcase lunchbox.
Yeah, man.
Might just take a trip to New Orleans now and cash it in for the biggest sandwich ever.
Cash it in on Asuka. Great streak. Your new women's champion.
So yeah, we're going with Lesnar. So we're going with Reigns, aren't we?
Yeah,
Lesnar.
yeah.
It's no secret that he's going back to UFC. His contract expires at WrestleMania. One thing I will say is Paul Heyman's contract is still in the air apparently, because he's also set to leave at WrestleMania. But Ronda Rousey has apparently called him out to be the advocate for her.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if WWE are wanting to push Ronda Rousey as a babyface.
No, that's the other thing. But obviously,
If you have Heyman being your advocate, you can't be a face.
no. However, if again that match happens next WrestleMania, there's potential that Asuka is so over that she went heel towards the end of her NXT run, didn't
Yeah,
she?
the whole cockiness.
And then she came over to the main card and she's gone back face again.
Yeah.
So there is potential there for Ronda Rousey to
Oh,
turn.
Yeah,
eventually.
there is that. But then is Asuka really face? I mean, Ronda Rousey put a hand out at Royal Rumble to shake Asuka's hand, and Asuka just smacked it out of the way.
That's just in spirit of competitiveness. I
Yeah, okay.
think. You're not beating me. I'm Asuka.
Yeah,
That
well,
kind
to be
of
fair,
thing.
if you have a streak like that, then you're going to have an attitude
Yeah.
like that, aren't you? One thing I think we need to talk about before the... what's going on with Elias?
Yeah.
And is The Rock going to turn up, and are they going to have a rock off?
A rock off.
A rock off.
The Rock could potentially turn
Because,
up.
well, this thing, I mean, The Rock has said he's definitely not going to be there, but then the Hardys said that last year, and look what happened.
Yeah.
Wrestling is so unpredictable sometimes that, don't ever rule anything out. But now, it makes sense for The Rock not to wrestle, especially what happened the last time he wrestled, where it delayed the production of Hercules.
Yeah.
The Rock is in a lot of action movies this summer. I think it makes sense for him to come out and, do one of his Rock concerts, do it against Elias.
Yeah.
That's what I can see that happening.
Yeah,
I can see that
there's
happening.
obviously going to need to be some filler.
Yeah, that one makes
gonna
sense.
It's going to be a good piss break in Kid Rock doing his concert.
Yeah.
Of course, a Hall of Famer now as well. So he's going to be doing something, which is why we said about Undertaker coming back as the American Badass.
I see that happening. I see that happening, especially with John Cena's hinted at that on his Instagram page as well.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting. I'm so looking forward to it this year. I'm sad that Mike's not going to be there, unfortunately, working as a teacher where we live. The summer holidays, the Easter holidays end on Sunday.
And that is one thing that has got me, actually, is the amount of younger wrestling fans out there. And WrestleMania is the day before school starts.
In where we are, but if you're in the county next to us, they've got another week. Yeah.
I'd hate to be a kid and wanting to watch WrestleMania and I lived in Derbyshire.
Yeah.
That would do my nutting.
But yeah, if you live in Nottinghamshire, it's...
And you're good to go.
Yeah.
You tell your mum and dad that you want $9.99 for your WWE Network subscription for a month.
Well, it's free for the first month.
Now, where's my commission, Mr. McMahon?
Yes, commission. We've pointed out a WrestleMania sign many times.
And we've advertised the WWE Network for you. Yeah. Anything else you think is going to happen? There's always the mystery big guest that comes out at WrestleMania, isn't there?
There is.
So I mean, like I said to you earlier when we spoke about the Battle Royal, when I see the Big Show, Big Cass.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he was at the Hall of Fame.
And also for mystery partner for Braun Strowman, how about Samoa Joe?
Yeah, Samoa Joe's due to come back, isn't he?
Unless, actually, I've had another idea for Samoa Joe. What if Reigns gets the belt off Lesnar, and straight after, Samoa Joe comes bolting down that 6 mile long ramp?
Still coming down the ramp at...
He's absolutely knackered.
7 a.m.
Still coming down at 7 a.m. Thank God let's hope the Undertaker is coming on that motorbike.
Yeah, that's probably why they're sending him down on the motorbike.
Knocks Reigns out, starts the feud between Reigns and Samoa Joe.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be a good way to end the show. I'd be well happy at that.
I think a lot of people would be after a match that nobody really wants to happen. At least have the potential to make it end in it.
Yeah,
excuse me.
It's going to be. What do you say? Possible people booing all the way through it, like a Lesnar versus Goldberg at WrestleMania 20. Did not want to watch that match. But yeah, as professional broadcasters, we had to discuss it, and I think there's going to be some interesting things go off, especially in the Battle Royal. Looking at this, we've got Akira Tozawa in the ring. So he could come in and do something.
Do we think there's going to be any NXT call-ups, or that doesn't usually happen for a little bit longer, does it?
No, at best it would be on the Raw after.
Raw after, yeah.
WrestleMania. But I think we've mentioned potential call-ups, people who would be ready to come up. Let's say Lars Sullivan. could probably pull it off. Almas, possibly. He's been in the Royal Rumble. It's quite a good showing.
Yeah, and he's winning the fans over recently as well. You know, he's definitely, since he's had that belt, he's definitely shown a lot more potential than before he had that belt.
Yeah.
I possibly see Johnny Gargano or Tommaso Ciampa
Yeah.
in the Battle Royal. There's not that. I mean, I can't see too many.
No,
NXT.
NXT's coming up. No, not after.
It kind of just takes the shine away from NXT, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But,
calling them all up at once because they've done that before and they've done a good job at actually pulling it back together.
yeah,
And
yeah,
took,
absolutely.
Like Sasha Banks, Bailey, Charlotte,
And Becky Lynch.
all pretty much at one go, with a little bit of leeway in between. And the same with the men's division, they completely stripped that out and they had to start again. So yeah, they're doing a really good job. And like I say, you don't want to take the shine off NXT because it is the future. We watch the future of WWE.
Yeah, if we
watch
wanted to watch
NXT.
them on, yeah, what you said makes absolute sense. But we're just 8 minutes away from NXT Takeover as well.
Wicked. So
That's our predictions.
yeah, I again, comment down below. I think we'll probably put it up as a sound file as well as a video.
Yeah.
To cover all bases.
If you liked our predictions, be sure to give it a like.
Yes, like and subscribe, and we'll go through all of those bits as well. We're also on Twitter at Site of Shite, because that's no, it's not Site of Shite anymore. It's Channel SOS at Channel SOS. I made it more child friendly, so we didn't have.
We
to
are
say,
in the PG era after all.
we didn't have to say shite so many times. So yes, it's Channel SOS. We got that completely wrong because I've done it for a long time. We're also on Facebook with the same Channel SOS tag, and of course YouTube. Like I say, like, subscribe, leave us a comment, and all that kind of stuff.
We want to know your predictions.
Yes, we do want to know your predictions pending this uploading in time for WrestleMania.
And as we approach NXT Takeover, we hope you enjoy tonight's Takeover.
Yeah,
we hope you enjoy WrestleMania. That was our predictions, and that was our take of wrestling.
Wonderful. See you later. Bye bye.